Hello and welcome to this English video tutorial. In this video tutorial, I will be discussing yet another topic from your writing section of your main course book, that is filling forms. Filling forms is also an optional question for 5 marks. Filling forms sounds easy, but the real difficulty starts when one sits to fill up a form. In our day-to-day life, we fill a lot of forms. Some forms are quite easy to fill up, while there are also forms which are difficult because of the unknown terminologies that they usually use. So in this video, I'm going to explain how to fill up a form and share with you few terms which are usually used while filling up the forms. Let's get started. Filling forms. In our everyday life, there are several instances where we need to fill up forms for various purposes. You might be applying to a college, applying for a bank account, or registering a complaint. It might seem easy, but filling up form requires careful deliberation and awareness of the official terminology. Okay, so it requires one to be very careful and understand and know the terms used by the office. Key points to remember in mind while or when filling a form. Read the instructions carefully before filling the form, which is one of the very important instruction or points to remember when you are filling up a form. Because in the instruction it might say to use only black ink and the person ends up filling up with blue ink. The instruction might say that you should use capital letters and we end up sometimes writing in small letters. So it's very careful. It may be for filling up a form for writing or attempting a question in the exam. Reading questions or reading instructions are equally very important. Keep this in mind. Next, make sure you fill in all the details in the form and leave no space blank. So if it is offline exams or not exam form that you are filling up, make sure that you fill up that is required by an applicant to fill up. Okay, and not the place where it is written official use or office or official uses. So apart from this, the other space you can fill up. See, for online it is quite convenient because they point out where you have missed out to fill up, but offline it might not be so. So one should be careful. Next, check the form after filling it and correct any mistakes. So you should not submit it as soon as you have filled up the form, but you have to check it and then correct if there is any mistakes. Now the glossary of official terms. These are the terms that you will usually find in some forms, which few of these might be familiar with you, few might not be familiar and might be new. So let us learn one after the other. The first one is dependent. It says it is any person who relies on the applicants for financial support. NA means not applicable. Next, of kin, nearest and closest relatives of the applicants. Office or official use only, not to be filled by the applicants. So when you see this, you are not supposed to fill up this part of the form. Title, prefix to name. Mr. for male, Miss for female, Mrs. for married women, doctor. Military rank such as captain, colonel, general, etc. Okay, so many a times we hear the people asking you what is your title, and we get confused with the surname. Okay, and we end up saying that our title or my title is Zimomi, Jamir, or Kikon. So this is not the person. Okay, when you are filling up the form, this is not what they are asking. When you want to say you are Jamir or Ayer or Aye, that is your surname, S-U-R, surname. Okay, not your title. Your title means this: Mr., Miss, Doctor, Captain, Colonel, General. That is your title. Okay, next is your marital status. You are single, married, divorced. You have to mention this. Initials, first letters of your name and surname. First letter of your name. For example, my name, Amongla, so the first letter is A, isn't it? So in this way, initial is the first letter. Okay, PAN means permanent account number. Okay, now let's move on. These are different forms, which is where one is asked their name to be filled in the forms, and here are few samples I have typed for you. Few samples. It's very simple here. Full name in block. You have to write the date and date of birth. See, you have to write in this sequence only: date, month, and years. Not as you wish, but as they ask for. Then your signature. This is another form. It says today's date, and according to this format, date, day, month, and year. Name. First start with your last name. Okay, if your name is okay, let's take with my name, Amongla Jamir. Okay, so the last name is Jamir, J, Jamir, isn't it? So I will write here Jamir. Middle initial. Okay, the middle initial, since I don't have any middle name, there are times people have a middle name. For example, Tongben Jacob Murray. Okay, so Jacob is his middle name. So here in MI middle initials, he will write J. And so first name will be Tongben. Okay, but since I was taking my example, let us come to my name. Here I will write Amongla. Okay, last name Jamir. I don't have a middle name. And the first name Amongla. And the maiden name. Maiden name refers to a woman's surname, okay, before her marriage. So after marriage, there are situation or there are times that a woman uses the surname of their husband. So in this maiden name, one is not supposed to use the surname of their husband, but the surname which she used before her marriage. Okay, so mine, Jamir, it will be Jamir. But if one is unmarried, I will not write it here. Okay, since I am not yet married, I will avoid this column. Okay, I don't have a middle name, and maiden name is same as my last name. I'm clear, isn't it? Date of birth. So you will write your date of birth here. Age, signature. Next, this is another kind of forms that we usually fill up, and here also, like last name, then your first name, then your middle initials. Okay, so the last name you will write. Okay, let's take my example again, like Jamir, Jamir. Here in this box, I am finishing my last letter, Jamir, R. I will leave one space, okay, and start from here, Amongla. So after one letter or one word is written or one name is written, I will leave one space. Same for the other details also. Okay, here also the date, month, and year. If your birthday is on 10th January 10, leave a space, January 01, and the year. Okay, and the current age. I hope this is clear. Moving on, this is one sample. Okay, this is one sample. This is the question. You are Azil Singh, the HR manager for Maxwell Enterprises. You have to book a hotel for the annual employees retreat of your company on 24th and 25th October 2018. Fill in the following form to book the rooms and banquet hall for the event. So this is 5 marks. Name of the person who is filling up. You have to fill up name of the person who is booking this event, company name, Maxwell Enterprises, address. You have to write the address, phone number, email ID. If it's not given here, you have to create your something on your own. Type of events is business, isn't it? Date of events, starting time, ending time. This is not given here, but you have to write on your own. Status of booking. Is it confirmed? Is it tentative? Is it guaranteed or deposit paid? And food service that you want, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Okay, which one do you like? You have to tick here. Number of people attending and additional requirements. So this is all for filling up forms. Hope you have learned how to fill up a form. And as I always suggest you, go through the text for clear understanding. At the same time, the questions which is given to you, try to attempt those questions and be equipped for your exam. Thank you.